Hello. We are here. It is us. That is who we are. It is me, and I am sometimes a DM, but often a player. And then we also have Lydia, who is not often a DM, but is most often a player. Specifically, by the way, is it sound all working?
We got audio.
Yeah, we did it. I'm so proud of us.
I think that's like the first time we've had the audio.
Well, it keeps, gosh dang,
work.
switching me up every single time. It keeps juking me out. And I don't know why it keeps resetting. But, yeah, that's us. Where we play Dungeons & Dragons, specifically on a Monday campaign. If you don't know, I don't know how you wouldn't by now. But yeah, you should check that out. Speaking of checking things out, I'm going to plug early on today. We've got so many social media outlets. Got so many.
Oh, I wasn't ready. Hold on.
Yeah, that's right. I'm throwing Lydia for a loop. We ain't prepared. We've got all sorts of things. We got TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. Those are the links that are right there. We've got YouTube, like YouTube Shorts and stuff. Perhaps most importantly, at least to me, I feel like it's the most important. We have a Discord.
Haha, yeah, I was ready.
I knew I could sense you typing it. If you're not in it, you should be in it, because how else are you going to know when Table Scraps is going to go live?
This is the only way.
It's the only way, and I kind of love it. Yeah, Table Scraps, where we talk about games that we play, and also literally anything else that we want, and sometimes we even play Dungeons & Dragons.
Sometimes.
Not very often, though, because no one ever hangs out with me.
It's usually just
except
you and me, yeah.
Except for Lydia. It's just me and Lydia talking about stuff that no one cares about.
We're dedicated.
We are dedicated.
We're the
by the way,
ones.
Perhaps the most important announcement, Happy Turkey Day!
Happy Turkey Day!
Happy Turkey Day.
Aaron, what are you thankful for?
Oh, geez. Should I cop out or, like, be real? I can do both. I'm thankful for the Paper Dungeon.
Aww.
And Lydia, who continually is like, you know what, Aaron? Sure. I'll do this dumb thing that you think is cool. It will be great. That's what I'm thankful for. Also, fair warning, if you hear the sounds of a baby, my niece is here today. She was born like 2 days ago.
Baby!
So I don't know. I haven't even actually seen her yet. So I don't know.
Aaron!
What? I haven't. She was born 2 days ago and she's been in the hospital since then. It's not like I've been to the hospital.
We're doing table scraps instead of
Yes.
just going to see your baby niece.
She's not going anywhere.
Dedicated. We're dedicated. Right. We established
It's a
this.
baby. It's not like she can run away. Yeah, that's, what are you thankful for, Lydia?
What am I thankful for?
Yeah.
I'm thankful for the Paper Dungeon, and I'm thankful for you, Aaron.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, I kind of saw that coming.
Oh, hold on. I forgot to open my pop can before that, so I had to mute so that way it wasn't like the worst possible thing imaginable.
Unprepared.
100%. Anyway, let's just get right into it. Last episode, interesting one.
It was a banger.
Things happened. We finally got to the kind of like rebel encampment on our flying boat that we managed to man with people. So that's
we managed to get a crew.
We scrounged together a group of like random people that were like, "Oh, you're gonna pay us like 20 platinum? Let's go." We got there, and then man, Shyamalan City, twists for days. So many twists.
So many twists.
What twist do you want to talk about first, Lydia? Do you have any?
Okay, well, I think the biggest twist was the track twist.
Yeah, that threw me.
But we have the outside knowledge of like what had happened to cause that twist.
So, okay. Yeah, I suppose I should probably cover that. Turns out, there's been this big hammer, Iraq Varas, literally a big hammer, that is like, it means orc slayer, big thing between like the orcs and the Alisar dwarves. Basically like one of the strongest like man-made weapons in existence. And apparently, the dwarven chieftain, who is also the eldest brother of Tarak's mentor, had at one point in time seen Tarak in a dream and was like, "Yes, this hammer is meant for him," and that's like why it was made. Reason that occurred, it was not the original plan, not the original plan, or if it was, DJ hid that fact from me incredibly well, because DJ is actually in Norfolk right now, and a while ago I was like, "Yo, DJ, you want to go play volleyball?" And he was like, "Yeah." So we hung out for like 5 hours before volleyball started, talking about Dungeons and Dragons, and I was like, "All right, DJ, I'm gonna hit you with what I'm going to do, because I think that you should probably be prepared for it." And I was like, the one thing that Tarak can actually help with in this whole rebel situation is numbers. DJ, I would like to get the orcs to fight the war. that is what I would like. And it was preceded or followed by 10 minutes of DJ just going, "God dang it, Aaron." Because apparently he was like, I was going to present that option, and everyone was supposed to be like, "No, that can't be allowed. We can't do that. That's terrible. That's not a thing. We should not. The orcs cannot leave. The orcs should not fight this. It doesn't work if you want it to happen." And so I have single-handedly changed the campaign in a direction that DJ did not intend.
Max.
So, yeah, now Tarak gets the hammer. And mind you, I know a couple other things I haven't even told Lydia about about DJ's original plans, but I still can't, because they might be a part of DJ's current plans, and I want it to still be a surprise.
Aaron, why did you tell me this?
Specifically because I wanted you to react poorly, because we're on a show.
You got it.
Yep, 100%.
Oh, no.
Good work, Lydia. But yeah, so now Tarak has a rock for us. And there were some real sad Tarak vibes.
Freaking! I almost cried. You were so close. I was so close to crying.
What would have pushed you over the edge, Lydia? If I just died on the spot.
No,
not Tarak. Me.
Oh.
Gone.
Bad. I don't know. What would have? I think honestly, you would have had to like start to tear up.
Oh man, I don't think I have functioning tear ducts, so it's gonna be a rough.
I think that, or if it went just a little bit longer.
Should have kept going, huh? Dang, blew it. Lydia tears are what gets the views, and I'm really feeling the group right now.
Also, I think another thing that could have gotten me is if DJ reacted poorly. Had a bad response to it.
I was hoping so bad.
I kind of was hoping for it too, but yeah, if he had a bad response, whatever you would have done after that would have broke my heart. I know. So.
Yeah, trust me. I wish I could cry on command. I wish I could cry, but I just can't do it. I'm not strong enough. I haven't cried in years. But yeah, Tarak talked to the eldest brother, Mr. Ironhilt, because I can never remember his name. I even have it written down. I just can't remember it. And he also talked to Edward.
Yeah.
Edward, that was a fun conversation for me, at least.
That was a really good conversation. Delandric.
Gosh, man. Like, what, his brother's name is Orvin, and he gets Delandric? What is this? It's Delandric. Oh, man. Yeah, good old Delandric Ironhilt, who apparently is, like, one of the elder families. Because I told DJ, I was like, DJ, I don't know how, like, well off of a family Orvin was from. He is the sixth son, so, he gets almost the least inheritance. So, like, a cool kind of thing that I wanted to kind of incorporate into this is the kind of the magic of being like the seventh son, which is a concept from a book series that I read, and I really, really liked it. So Orvin, Track's mentor, was the sixth son out of 8 sons.
Mm-hmm.
And that basically means that the 7th son, once you get to the 7th son, you're pretty much out of inheritance to give. So they inherit magic. They are often like sorcerers or druids or something like very strong magic wielders. But the question is, what happens if you have 8 sons? Like, if the 7th one gets magic, what does the 8th one get? And the whole concept that I had, this was actually a backup character that I had talked to Dee about playing a while ago, was actually Ironhilt's, the 8th son of the Ironhilt family. And he just gets literally, like, he's terrible at everything. Like, he got no inheritance, no wealth, no magic. And he literally is just like, I suck at everything. But I'm, like, kind of strong. Like, that's his whole thing, so he just, like, punches stuff. But as the 6th son, Orvin, like, it's really hard to tell if he came from a wealthy family, because he got a bit of jewelry.
Right.
But nothing, like, crazy. He's a cleric, so it isn't like his magic comes from, like, himself.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh yeah, he's a cleric, gets magic from somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, talking to Edward was fun. I like that.
That was a fun conversation. I always love Edward and Track moments.
I mean,
They're
that's
always
because
so
we're
good.
great.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I find it so funny because I think, what am I wrong with thinking that pretty much everyone knew that Track really didn't do anything to get into prison?
Yeah.
Yeah, like every person knew. It was like, Track didn't like commit any crimes. He didn't even like to steal from like a dead person's house to like save someone's life.
Mm-hmm.
He probably didn't do anything actually wrong. And everyone's like, but you were in prison, of course, for a reason. But what reason? And I'm like, bro, I literally showed up. I showed up at the party.
Like, you're sus,
and
my
threw
guy,
me in
and that
jail.
was it. It was like,
Yeah, that was fun. We got to see just kind of how much Tarak kind of hates himself,
mm-hmm.
which is rough all around.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
Well, and we kind of talked about it after the stream, but it was like the Edward Tarak conversation was like almost like more
Oh yeah,
heartbreaking than Tarak like confessing to Delon. What's his name?
Delon. We're just gonna call him Delon.
Deli. We'll call him Deli.
Oh, Deli. That's a good one. Yo, Big T. God dang it. The return of Devon. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, because, like, Track and Edward have had, like, months to get to know each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like, almost a full year. Like, we're heading on, in terms of, I mean, in real life it's a full year, but in terms of, like, in-game, especially with the 2 months, like, skipped twice,
well,
that's like a third of the year already.
Literally half of a year was skipped.
Yeah.
Because it was 4 months and then 2 months.
Oh, shoot, yeah, it was 4 months. God dang. I thought it was 2 and 2.
So
yeah,
we've like
we've got to be.
And then it has to be at
close.
a year, like a year, like
Yeah.
over a year at this point.
But for Tarak and Deli, like, they just met, and like, Track had a big relationship with Orvin, but like, he doesn't really know anything about Orvin's family.
Right.
Like, he knew that he had 7 other brothers, but he never like met them, never talked to them. Kind of assumed that he would be killed on sight. I honestly still kind of assumed that he would like react in a lot more anger.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
that's what I thought too.
Like, straight up killed your brother, turned him into a pair of gloves. I'm giving these gloves to you now. Like, that is your brother.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, well, I remember DJ rolling to see how he'd react to it. And then I was like, this could either go, he gets really mad, or this could go, he doesn't really react to it. he keeps his composure with it.
Yep. And then cries himself to sleep later the day.
And then cries himself to sleep. Yeah. Yeah. And also just, again, we talked about it after stream, but with talking with Edward about it, you got to talk about how you, like, knew Orvin. Mm-hmm. And these, like, things that you couldn't really say to his brother because it's his brother, like, he already knows kind of thing. But you got to really, like, elaborate that your mentor, like, you had a, like, really good relationship with your mentor. And you could see the heartbreak, and it hurt. It was really sad. It was really, really sad.
Aaron Cleverad, really sad. We nailed it.
Really sad. Aaron Cleverad, we're like, Aaron Clever, sad.
Oh my god. No one's ever said that before. And other than Track, a certain, perhaps a misaligned cleric warlock got to have a nice little interaction with her sugar daddy.
I had lots of interactions that
and loved. Her actual dad.
And my mom.
I mean, yeah. So do you want to tell him what I sent you?
Oh gosh. So, I was talking with Aaron a while back about how, like, kind of Renaya's thoughts and things like that, and how she's feeling, like, in comparison to Lada, and blah, 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 and how, like, Renaya sees Lada as this, like, perfect image and things like that. And Aaron's like, I don't know, I mean, Lada's an adventurer. She's probably done some stuff and things like that. So that was a past conversation we had. Well, then we get into the game, and Lada straight up is like, she's like, well, there were some things that I didn't tell you about because I didn't want to give you ideas. And then in the, like, video, you can see Aaron go from, like, sitting there to then start typing. And what he's typing is he's sending me a direct message in all caps going, what did I tell you?
My personal favorite is the second one. The second message that I sent you.
We're not sharing the second one.
Are you sure?
We're not sharing the second one.
You'll never know. You'll never know.
You'll never know. But it was hilarious.
It was hilarious. And my favorite thing was I got to watch you break on camera.
Well, and the funny thing is it's like, it worked really well because it worked so that you couldn't really tell what I was laughing at. But everybody needs to know now that I was laughing at that message.
Yep. So if you watch it back and you see in that conversation with her mom when she breaks, that's me hitting her with two instant messages.
Back to back.
It was fast.
But yeah, no, that was so funny, and I'm so happy because Grant was talking to me afterwards with the first Lada conversation when everything got revealed to Lada about what all has happened in the past months. And Grant was telling me afterwards, he's like, I felt really bad, like, throwing you under the bus and things like that. I'm like, no, that was exactly what I wanted.
It was
I was like,
perfect.
that was exactly what I wanted. I wanted Renaya to roll up and be like, I'm gonna skip a few details, and then, like, Edward be like, yeah, and then there's this thing too, but we're okay with that now. And then everybody just be like, Renaya, were you gonna mention that? She's like, I was getting there.
So this is my favorite thing. I feel like because that's like the Track trope, where it's like Track just like says things that have happened in other people were not gonna talk about.
Yeah.
I would love if, like, slowly both Track and Edward start, like, kind of rubbing off on each other. Where it's like Edward, like, talks a little bit too much about things that he should probably keep a bit more quiet. And, like, I don't know, Track grows to, like, tea. I don't know. Something like along those lines.
Yeah, and I really love the conversation. I really wish Track would have been there because that would have been hilarious.
Oh, man. Although it is hilarious that Track still has no idea.
Track has still managed to miss the, like, Grotz information, yeah.
And I love it. But I hate it because I want to talk about it. Like,
I know.
I want to.
Yeah.
But I can't.
It's gonna happen soon. It's gonna happen soon.
1 to 2 episodes, I'm gonna say.
1 to 2 episodes, yeah. But yeah, really enjoyed that. Love Lada. I love how DJ plays Lada. I was making the clips for TikTok yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, DJ's reactions are so funny.
Also, I would like to apologize. DJ's not operating in his penultimate setup. So anytime that he does anything remotely too loud and it peaks aggressively, we apologize.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god. And I don't even think he realizes.
He banged so much on his table and it startled me several times.
Yep. It's like, he's in a different place right now. It's a bit of a rough setup. It's all good.
I mean, I get it too, because I always struggle with realizing what the mic will pick up and what the mic won't. I think DJ and I have the opposite problem, where my mic doesn't pick up as much, and his mic picks up way too much. But yeah, back to that was fun. A lot of conversation was fun. Grotz showing up was fun.
That was neat.
That was fun.
I love distracting Malice with, like, oh, here's this, like, random stuff, and he's like, oh, thanks, and then just walks away.
Yeah. Like, well, and it's really funny because, like, Drew is very anti-Grotz, and just watching him during those scenes, he's literally sitting there like this. Like, he's so upset. But yeah, and then him showing up with the group was funny. I love that Cather was like, "You're rude," and that offended Grotz.
He's like, what do you? I'm like suave. I'm like,
what do you mean? What does it mean? I'm rude. I'm like not
the
rude.
least rude.
I'm like the least rude. And then, we pulled your heartstrings a little bit with the whole gift thing.
Oh yeah. So I am a big gift person. I like gifts. I like giving gifts. Like, out of the, like, 5 love languages, gifts are, like, pretty, like, either 1 or 2.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it's sad when I hear someone who's like, yeah, I've never actually been given a gift before. Like, that really matters to me. And that's what, oh, by the way, bye, Mans.
Bye, Mans.
You have a good rest of your day. But, like, when Grotz was just like, yeah, this matters a lot. I've never been given a gift before. I'm like, you know, I might be evil too if no one had given me a gift before. Like, that's pretty sad. So I don't know about pulling the heartstrings, but yeah. Little, I would say
it was a poke.
It's like that is the biggest proof to me that Grotz is a multi-dimensional character. Where it's yeah,
and it'll be real interesting because this next episode I do plan to have Renaya talk to the group more about it, about Grotz and him sticking around, and so that'll be interesting. I got to see how, because where we ended is Cather and Renaya are heading over to find Edward and Tarak, and Cather's gonna give us a speech, probably.
Be terrible.
So I want to see what all he says in that, and then I do want Renaya to talk with the group about it and catch Tarak up on what's happened.
I love it so much.
Yeah.
Oh man, it was an episode.
It was an episode.
So, I mean, we've kind of talked a little bit about, like, future plans and stuff, but, like, not super in depth. Looking a little bit more, like, long game. What are you, like, what are you thinking? Like, for Renaya, for you, like, plans? Like, I'm thinking, like, once we leave the camp.
Once we leave the camp, do I have any plans?
Well, like, what do you expect? What do you really want to focus on?
I'm not really sure. I think I'm really waiting for this next episode.
Gotcha.
Because this next episode is when I'll figure out where the party if Renaya can say stuff that will kind of let the party relax a little bit on as far as her end. I want to see what Cather says. I want to see what Edward does as far as the whole leadership. Like, there's still so many. I think we're like this next episode is going to be the big setup for what's for going forward.
Man,
but,
I'm pumped. I'm jazzed.
I'm so freaking pumped. But as far as like just general Renaya plans, Graz is sticking around. That's just gonna happen.
Mm-hmm. Can't stop that one.
Can't stop that one. That one's staying. Oh, I am interested in seeing if Malice can do anything about the Ruat.
That is an interesting question, and I'm going to tell you right now, I think the answer is no.
I do too. Yeah. But we might get more information or...
I am concerned because apparently my hammer is also a part...
Yeah! I forgot about that.
Give me a second. Give me a hot minute. Gotta search up a thing real quick.
Okay. I'll keep talking. And then I'm really happy I got to give my gifts. Cause yeah, the gifts for Malice and Grotz, I had I had talked with DJ prior to episode 49 and was like, yo, if we find this hoard, I want there to be items, not magical. I don't want magical items. I want items that I can give to Gratz and Malice. Mm-hmm. And with Gratz, I knew I wanted some kind of like jewelry kind of thing. But I was like, but DJ, you need to pick something that like is Gratz style that is gonna be in this hoard.
Yeah, like classy.
Yeah. And then I was like, with Malice, I couldn't figure out what to get Malice. And then I asked DJ for help, and he was like, no, I'm prepping the session, you figure it out. And I was like, okay. So then I remembered the bishops. And I was like, the bishops! And so then those items were specifically placed there for me to give them, and I was really excited that I got to do it this last episode.
So, important question from our viewers in the chat. Can Gratz appear more now, or like more freely and publicly? My thought is, will he?
Yeah.
Like, I know that he will appear at least once more. Mm-hmm. At minimum once. But I don't know, like, how frequent of a thing it's going to be.
I actually think it's going to be pretty frequent. I don't know if it'll, like, him showing up, like, in front of the group will be pretty frequent. Oh,
I mean, yeah, him and you all the time.
Yeah. But I do think he will show up to the group more now, especially after Renaya talks to the group. I think once I talk to the group about it and state a few things, I think your guys' not opinions of Gratz will shift, but your view on Gratz sticking around Renaya will shift a little bit. And maybe make you more... You're not okay with it, because, like, Catherine and Edward aren't going to be okay with it, but...
accepting of the situation.
Less, he shows up, I'm going to pull out my rapier and threaten him.
And I would like to be clear, there is, it's not as much tension between Trek and Grost. That's a Cather thing.
That is a Cather thing. And
Track is unsure of anyone who has the ability to teleport. Track is wary of everyone with that ability, like long range teleportation. If you have kidnapped Renaya once, on the list.
On the list.
On the list.
Yeah, on the list.
Right? If you don't kidnap Renaya, I have nothing against you.
You're fine. Yeah. But yeah, and then I was talking with Grant about this. And I want to like develop it more like me before stepping into any of it, but Renaya took a few blows this last episode.
Yeah.
They were soft blows. They weren't like, oh, let me suck you in the jaw, but they were like these minor things that kind of made her kind of take a little step back. The first one was what was the first one?
I don't know.
I'm trying to go back through the episode.
I have no idea.
Things. The first one, and again, all of these are really subtle things. They're not going to be like super big and dramatic and it's sad Renaya kind of thing. But we arrived, and we're all like running up to like our friends and things like that and stuff like that, and Edward goes to Charles and his mom and is talking about all the like crazy cool things like they did, like he's done, and all these cool things he's experienced and stuff like that. And then Renaya gets to talk to Lada about it, and everything Renaya has to say just makes Lada more and more disappointed. And she's like, "Oh, I'm not doing great at this whole thing, am I?"
Yeah, well, to be fair, like, it's you didn't really talk to Lada about like the good things.
And
so like all that Lada has to hear is like, so I mean, I got rid of this demon, replaced it with a demon prince, and then like, you know, killed a couple people. Like, you know, nothing crazy. And then like Edward's over there and he's like completely ignoring the like rampant death of multiple party members, like the demon spirits that are like hanging around, the like murder, the disease, the torment. And he's like, I mean, we like killed a dragon and we saved people, and like so like no duh, they're gonna be proud of it. He's like, I got to go to a library. And you're like, oh yeah, I got to go to a library where my demon was replaced with the Prince of Evil.
Yeah, it's cool. It's great. And then I think another one was, well, this one's at the end, and this one wasn't said for Renaya to hear, but it did make me think about it. It was like, it was when Volna was talking to Cather, like one-on-one, and was talking about all the like great things that we are and like could go and do, and how it was like Tarek's gonna have this like Warhammer thing, and this Edward's gonna go on and become this leader kind of thing. Cather, you can like come be with like us. And I was like, Renaya, she died and came back. And
that's really impressive.
I was like, that's been Renaya's biggest feat, is coming back to life.
Okay, your biggest feat has landed the finishing blow on at least 80% of the things that we've killed.
That is not true. I do not land the finishing blow.
Yours are always the most spectacular, though. It's like you and Cather get the cool finishing blows.
Well, because when I do the finishing blow, it's a finishing blow because it's a crit on inflict wounds. And those don't happen very often.
I think it's more often than you realize.
But then, the whole demon thing.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things with Renaya and Grotz is Renaya is starting to feel more comfortable with the more fiendish parts of her life. And so then kind of seeing the party immediately against it, which it made sense, but it did bring a little bit of discouragement to her in like wanting to talk about Grotz and share the stuff that's been going on with the party. Because she's like, I knew it. She's like, I knew you guys would be, this is bad, kind of with it. But that is an interesting storyline I am wanting to follow, is Renaya and the fiendish elements of her life.
Sounds like a
and
book title.
what she does with it.
Renaya and the Fiendish Element.
But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to do that. I'm excited to explore that more with Renaya.
It's very Alcatraz and the Evil Librarians type of title. I love it. Another one of my favorite young adult book series. Check it out. Oh man, yeah. I don't know. It was a solid episode. We did a lot. Well, we didn't really do a whole lot, but there were a lot of like really strong conversations.
Mm-hmm.
We got to see Edward's hot mom again, his wine drunk mom. So that was fun. And none of us have ever actually met Charles before, I don't think.
No.
Well, Tarak may have at literally the first 3-person episode, to the extent where it's like...
No, I don't think Charles was in that. Because I had no idea who Charles was when Charles first got brought up.
Gotcha. Because, like, I couldn't remember if he was with Edward when they were, like, talking to the Dwarvish blacksmith or not.
Oh,
Honestly,
that was so long ago.
That was 50 episodes. Well, actually, it was
that
more
was
like
over
50,
a year ago.
52, yeah. Yeah. Man.
Yeah. So much happened.
We've been playing this game for too long.
We didn't do a lot, but so much happened.
Yes.
That I think is the
I want to know what this hammer does.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Also, I think the name of the rod was like Etche or something like that. Like it started with an E, I think.
Did I write it down?
My name of the rod. It was very briefly mentioned in the like when he was like, yes, this has the elements of the same kind of writing as the so and so, and it was thrown into the thing to be forged and whatnot. And so I don't know. I can't remember. I think it was like Etche or something like that, like ECCE, like some kind of weird like spelling. I mean, we didn't get the spelling, but that's how I would spell it if I were doing this. Which means that DJ probably spelled it like ECHAY or something like that.
Yeah, I started to write down Cather's dream, but then I was like, I need to be careful because I don't want to like write down details that Renaya doesn't know and think Renaya knows them.
Yep.
So I kind of started and then I stopped writing that.
Probably a good play. See, some solution. Yeah. I just don't write anything down. And if I do, I never actually finish it. So it's like I don't know what's going on here.
I don't know. Are we allowed to say?
What are we? Oh no. Are we allowed to talk about? Are
we allowed to talk about?
Maybe.
I just said that.
Devin said I need to. Gosh dang, stall for time.
No, I just sent it. You can look at your phone.
Oh my goodness.
Are we allowed to talk about it?
I mean, I don't know why not.
I mean, DJ's not here to say no. So.
Exactly. I don't think it would be I mean, it'll be revealed this coming Monday anyway.
Right.
And so yeah, it'll be fine. After the game, I was like, so DJ, did we level up? And he was like, yeah, sure. I was like, what?
We're like, wait, what?
So yeah, we are now level 8, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, level 8.
I remember. I can't. Anytime, I can't trust anything DJ ever tells me. Yeah. Yeah, because there's been 2 times, like the past 2 times I've asked DJ, are we going to be leveling up this next episode? He'll be like, no. And then the next episode we level up. Yeah.
Yep.
I've already. You get the.
I get everything lame. I get just a stat increase, so I now have a like +3 to charisma instead of a +2. That's what I get for my. I also gained 2 spells.
You get spells.
Because my charisma went up, and I'm the rounding of level goes up. So I get 2 spells that are probably useless and I'll never use. Paladin spell list is pretty slim.
Wait, did you pick your spells yet?
I think I did. I'm pretty sure they're on the thing. Let me, Dang it. Oh, well. I would have to reopen a gosh dang Internet Explorer, and I don't want to go to the effort of doing that. What is it called anymore?
Well, surprise, surprise, I took another level in Warlock.
Edge, excuse me.
Which means I get my packed boon. I'm not going to share what my packed boon I chose is, but...
but you'll know very quickly.
You'll know very soon. And then... So I get my packed boon, and then I got a few new spells, too. I'm really excited for my spells.
Yeah?
Yeah. I got... Oh, and then apparently I had an extra spell, cleric spell, to prepare that I hadn't prepared yet. So I just had missing a spell for a little bit.
Fun.
So I got to get that too.
I obtained the spell Bless, I believe. I think.
Remind me what that one does.
It gives can target up to 3 creatures of my choice. Whenever they make an attack roll or saving throw before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add the number to the attack roll and saving throw. I can target up to 4 people if I cast it at 2nd level, and I also took some other spell, probably. Oh, I took Prayer of Healing, because I was like, you never know. Mm-hmm. It may come in handy at some point in time. Mm-hmm. It takes 10 minutes to cast, so... But it's probably the most healing that track can put out.
For the missing cleric spell, I prepped Speak with Dead.
Mm-hmm. Fun one.
That's a fun one.
That way when Track dies, you can still get his last words.
Oh, dude, stop. And then for my Warlock spells, I took Mind Spike and Misty Step.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You having the ability to teleport is a good thing.
Right?
Gets Renai out of a lot of sticky situations. That gets Renai
out of a lot of dilemmas.
Yes.
Run away.
Flee. The perfect plan.
Just yeet.
Oh, jeez. What do we want to talk about now?
I don't know. This was such a banger episode. I want to talk about it more, but I've kind of talked about that.
I mean, that's pretty. I mean, we can talk about things that aren't Dungeons and Dragons too, I guess. I mean,
that's gross.
Just talking about. I don't know. I was thinking today. I was literally thinking. I'm like, what happens if we run out of things to talk about on Table Scraps? Because it's like, it's just the 2 of us. It's a pretty slow day. And then I don't know why, but I started thinking about books. I realized that there was a book series. So a while ago, I named a bunch of book series that seriously influenced my style of DMing and things that I enjoy. I completely forgot the Shannara series. I cannot believe that. When I was a kid,
you let him down.
I know. So I have these real old books. I think this is the right one. Yeah, this is the Sword of Shannara. Look at this. Look at this grossness. This has been on the shelf with me. Yeah, look at this book. This was this book. It still has the AR sticker because when my school shut down, we went and we raided the library. Yep.
Throwback.
But these books, absolutely that was what I did in elementary school. Yeah, I was. This was my favorite book when I was in 2nd grade. I'm a freak. But I loved them. You should check them out. Terry Brooks, incredible author.
I just looked at chat. Yes, the goal is to become an abyssal princess.
The goal? You're pretty much already there.
I'm almost there.
Oh man, I need to read those books again. Really, really, really good.
Oh. You've been arting.
I have.
You want to talk about what you're arting?
Oh, I mean, sure. I'm attempting to art. I like how we have used that as a verb now. It isn't draw or sketch. No, we are arting. I'm attempting to art the. Oh, geez, the combat between Tarak and the Dracolich.
Mm-hmm.
Which I officially, after spending like 5 hours, I have the base sketch done. Because one of the big things I kind of realized, because I've never done like art before. So like my perception of how art should work is rather skewed. Um oh, hello, new viewers, hello. Um
Hello. Welcome.
Thank you for the follow stuff. You missed the conversation of things that we are important. Now I'm talking about art. But my perception of how like art works has always been really skewed because like my sister is like a natural born artist. So like she's just like, yes, let me take this colored pencils or paint, done. And I'm like, oh my goodness, that's how things should work. And then I was at some point in time I was talking to Lydia. I think we all were, and someone was like, Lydia, how long did this piece take you? And you were like, well, like 10, 12 hours. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god. The other thing, so channel that I watch on YouTube a lot called Drawfee, check it out, it's really good. It's also really hard. They're like incredible artists, very good like cartoonists and things like that. But they do speed draws, and if they aren't doing a speed draw, then they speed up the art process. So it's like a 6 to 10 hour like art piece that they do, but they speed it up to fit it in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And so my brain goes 10 minutes instead of like the 10 hours it actually took them. So I'm really trying to increase the amount of time I spend on art. And I have no idea how it'll turn out because I don't know what I'm doing. But the preliminary sketch doesn't look too bad.
No, it looks epic. I'm real excited for it. What I'm trying to like work on more is I already spend a lot of time arting.
Mm-hmm.
I already spend a lot of time doing it. So by the time I get to the end, I skip over a lot of like really cool like small details I've had and things like that. And I'm just like, I don't want to, I've spent too long on it. I'm done and things like that. So I've been trying to put more detail into stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I've been trying to work on as of late.
I'm kind of interested. I might try to do the same piece in different, because I also really don't know what I would like my style to be. Like, oh, well, I mean, we'll get to minis. You just wait on that one. But I really like paint style, like the very like brush strokey, like oil paint style, where it isn't exactly like clean lines and stuff. It's very,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, you know, I love it. And so I might try to do it like that. I'm also a big fan of like just classic like charcoal. That's how I've drawn most things. My favorite stuff that I've drawn has just been pencil and paper. So I might just take the like base sketch and then put it in like different areas and then draw the same piece in different styles to see what I like.
That'd be so fun.
And just see which one ends up better. Did Van Gogh do that? I don't know anything about Van Gogh. But
like the painty style.
Yeah. I mean, not exactly like as like not like when I think Van Gogh, I think Starry Night. Like that's the first thing. Starry Night and the picture of him in the hat. The like self-portrait. Those are the two things that I think of. A little bit more.
A little smoother.
Yeah, a little smoother. We actually looked at when we were trying to pick artists for the like art for our characters, and we ended up on Pocket Chicken. I was like, there was an artist. I'm sure I could find it. I know he's in the email that I like. He clearly wasn't a like super technical artist, and the art that he had posted ranged from like, I looked at it and I was like, I love this tremendously, to like, that's not bad. But like, if I could hit his, it was very much that like almost watercolor but like with thicker paints, kind of like impressionist paint, and I love it.
Yeah, I love that too.
But yeah, painting. Lydia, do you paint minis? Have you ever painted minis?
Yeah, I used to paint minis before COVID.
It's something that I have a bunch of. You can see I have minis here. I have these like sick minis. I'll fix the one, by the way, on the last table scraps. I dropped it and it broke.
Rip.
So and then I have 2 of them, and then I took the other one out of the box and it broke too.
It broke too, yeah.
I was like, well, okay, fine. I was using this as a reference for the skeleton dragon, for the Dracolich. But I have minis. I've got just loads of them sitting around. Not loads, but like I'm working. I would like to eventually get like a good mini collection, because like, so I have this sick table that is currently covered with a bunch of random stuff because I haven't used it for D&D in like literally 2 years. Mm-hmm. But me and my brother built this super sweet table. It's in one of my favorite things. And it is designed to be like a Dungeons & Dragons table. It has like a plexiglass top that I have like grid paper underneath and things like that. The thing is, it would be so much better if it's D&D on this sick table with sick painted minis. Right? Right? And so I really want to like build up a collection of minis. Thing is, I suck with color. I'm terrible. I don't know how it works.
You do hate color.
I hate color. I don't like it. I avoid it at every chance that I take. But I really want these minis painted. And I don't know what to do.
Mine, I always struggle because it's so small. Mm-hmm. That's always my struggle.
I've got everything I need. I have my brushes.
They're so
right
small.
Here.
Like,
they're tiny little brushes.
Yeah, because I would paint minis, because I had a campaign I was DM for, and for my Christmas gift to my players, I made all of them specific minis, like custom minis.
Yeah.
And painted it for them. But gosh, I didn't have the smallest brush I had was like small, but it wasn't small enough.
Mm-hmm. Never is. Not for those little tiny ones.
And I'm very shaky.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a very jittery person, and so, like, trying to fine-tune that stuff was hard.
I wouldn't know. Because I don't paint things.
What we should do is, like, I just give you, like, a color guide. And
I have a box. I have a box of mini, like, paint, like a miniature paint set. Mm-hmm. From Bones, that like that's what they create. And I just right now, literally the only thing that I don't have is I need to go get primer. And I've been avoiding it for like months. It's also winter now, so it's like it's approaching winter, so it's harder to paint minis and then like let them dry and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. As answer to the question in the chat, do we have a 3D printer? I don't. I do. You do? Mm-hmm. I know that DJ does as well.
Well, my dad does.
You have a 3D printer available.
There's a 3D printer available to me, yes.
Yes. I have never 3D printed anything. Ever.
I 3D printed the custom minis.
Sick.
Yeah.
Get on that.
the 3D printing's complicated.
Do we have a we have someone's just Kingley. Oh, by the way, hi again, Kingley. Do we don't have a command for exclamation point don't donate, do we? But we do have like
I don't think so.
Access to that. We should really set that up.
Let me. That's a good idea. That's a good
That's
idea.
a good thought because I know that we have.
Do we even have a command for the website?
I don't know. I know that we have like Ko-fi and we have Patreon.
Wait, let me try. Do we have the links? Hold on.
Thank you for bringing this up because no one has ever actually offered to like give us money before.
Oh, that's really sweet, but we are not prepared for it.
we're like, no one wants to donate to us.
Who would want to do that? Wait, maybe it's just link. Hold on, let me try. I'm gonna try a few things. So, nope, that didn't work.
Nope, not that one. Welcome to the exciting point of.
How do we not?
Yeah, you can.
That...
This is probably the best way to donate. You can buy merch off of Lydia's cool store.
Okay, it's a super roundabout way, but if you go to...
Probably can't put links in chat, huh?
If you go to our TikTok page and then hit the Linktree link, then I'm pretty sure we have something. I'm gonna.
We need to talk to Grant. Grant's currently the person who does a lot of our link things. We should probably get this set up, right, for the future.
We need to get this set up. Oh my gosh, freaking!
That is also an excellent way to
well done.
to donate to the channel. Good work. I'm proud of you. Thank you, Kingly.
Oh, that's really sweet.
But yeah, we will definitely. Oh yes. Oh, by the way, happy Thanksgiving to everyone who is showing up right now.
Happy Thanksgiving.
We mentioned it earlier. Happy Thanksgiving again. As for, I mean, I don't know anything about printers. I think go for it. 3D printing is like the thing right now. Like,
really?
I mean, you can do so much with a 3D printer. They're just getting better.
I think 3D printing has been like the thing for like so long.
Oh yeah, no. So that's the thing, right? So it started off and it was like, I mean, that's pretty neat, but like, I don't know. You know what I really think the start of 3D printing was? You know those like pens that could draw in midair and they with like the plastic. I think that's where it really started. I think that happened, and then they were like, wait, we could just make this like a whole machine.
Yeah.
And it would be sick, and like do it well instead of like a glob of grossness.
Yeah.
But I think that they're super cool, but I don't think I could ever use one.
I needed so much help. Like my dad's a genius with it. He's printed a bunch of things. He's a huge board game person, so he makes pieces all the time with it. But yeah, when I was doing it, I had to get his help with like every freaking step to get those minis printed.
I've watched DJ when he got his 3D printer. I watched him like, because he's done a ton of like drafting and like things that specifically involve the programming and stuff like that. And it was wild to me. I was just watching it. I'm like, not only could I never do this, I have no desire to ever know how to do this.
Someone else can do it for you.
Like I'll just say, hey DJ, can you put this thing together? And be like, yeah, 100%. But who knows? I might learn one day. But I do think that it's a real solid investment. Like if you know how to run it, like you can do. I mean, like literally. Like, I bought this, and it's 3D printed. I didn't make it, but I bought this, and it's sick. Like, the ability to do, like, cool stuff like that with a good 3D printer, wild. Plus, I will state, the ability to make your own minis would be pretty sick. Like, that is a thing that I would like to do. I think DJ has shown off, he actually 3D printed a few minis for the show, when we fought the, like, dinosaur shark. Pretty sure that he 3D printed that.
I forgot about that.
Oh yeah, that was way back. Way back.
That was like Faye.
Yeah, that was yeah. That was well, no, that was on the way to the island. That was the way to Terra Calamos because we were in the boat.
You're right. That was what that was.
And Track was like, I called it. The ocean sucks. And I'm still right. The ocean still sucks. Track has never been wrong, and he never will be.
Lydia agrees. The ocean is bad. Lydia doesn't like the ocean.
I have never been.
It's not great.
I've never been. I live in Nebraska. I'm the farthest away from a large body of water possible. On the like United States front. Yeah.
The ocean stinks. Sorry.
I mean, do you mean that because I have heard that like the ocean does not smell good a lot of the time.
No, it doesn't smell good.
I mean, why would it? It's water.
Yeah.
Water smells gross. Welcome to the part of Table Scraps where we talk about how much we hate the ocean. While Lydia eats a sandwich or something.
I made a quesadilla.
Okay, ooh. My table! It's broken! We are falling apart today. It is a rough play. Yo! How's it going?
Marshall.
Man, we got so many people today.
Trade places with me. I don't want to be by the ocean. I hate it.
Oh man.
I don't like fish. Fish make me uncomfortable.
I don't mind fish. I used to love fishing. I used to fish all the time.
Fish stink.
I mean, that is true. Fish do stink. They're disgusting, but like I was equipped to fish. Like I had the equipment. I know how to tie my own flies. Like I used to fly fish. Not well, but I used to fly fish. I don't think I've ever caught anything with a fly rod, but like I've got a super nice one. I know how to tie my own flies. Flies are the little the like hooks at the end of fly. Like, do you know the fly fishing rod where they like the line goes out and it's a really, oh my goodness.
I don't like fish.
Well, I mean, yeah, but surely you've seen like a commercial where some dude's standing in a river with a fishing pole and he's just doing this. The line's going all crazy.
No.
That's a very bad example of how to fly fish, but the general movement is there. Yeah, no, I loved fishing. Fishing was like my identity. You know how like when you're a kid, your identity consists around like one of 4 things, and it's like trucks, like horses. You have that one thing that is just that. Fishing was like my thing when I was a kid. I was never even very good at it either. Like, I was not good at fishing, which is probably why I don't do it anymore, other than the fact that I don't have a license to fish. Yeah. Oh man, kids. I don't like kids.
Yeah.
It's probably I haven't seen my niece yet. Don't like kids. Kids and babies are gross.
Kids scare me. Fish freak me out.
Remember when we talked about Dungeons and Dragons on this show?
Yeah, that was so long ago.
That was wild. That was so long ago.
Let's see. What's a D&D thing we can talk about?
Dungeons and Dragons. I can talk about my favorite mini that I own.
Mm-hmm.
I have this mini that I have not painted yet, and it's a nightmare dragon. So it's not that big, but it looks sick.
It's bought very blurry, but it looks epic.
Look. Good enough. That's as much as I can do. This just happened to be on the side. I want to paint it, and I want to use it really bad in like a game, but that would also require me to play in person with people. Everyone I know no longer lives in the same town as me, so not super an option. But in like a year, we'll have the option. For those of you who don't know, me and Lydia will be heading out to Idaho with the rest of the gang.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to be doing. Thoughts on ski resorts?
On ski resorts?
Ski resorts, yeah.
That's
what's happening. Never been? You've never been? Have you ever been skiing or snowboarding?
I've never... Nope.
I have been to a ski resort twice, and I have never skied or snowboarded. But I would rather snowboard than ski.
Why?
I mean, I already skate. Not well, but I skate. And I don't like having things like having the ability to determine where both of my feet go. It seems like a lot of work.
That's a lot of work.
Like I would rather just control like they're connected to one solid plane. That is what we work with, and that's where we go. God, I'm also hungry now, Lydia.
I'm sorry.
Thanks for that quesadilla.
I was really hungry. I needed.
Shameful. Oh man, what do we want to? Is there any future plans?
What is D&D stuff? Future plans
for D&D? Like, are we able to talk about any? Because I know that we have a bunch of things planned.
We can't talk about the big thing.
Can't talk about the big thing. That one I know.
Can't talk about that. We can't talk about DJ's thing.
Can't talk about DJ's thing.
We can talk about my thing.
We could talk about your thing. I mean, actually, yeah, I think that's a very good thing to talk about, because I need to figure out what the crap I'm gonna do for your thing.
Right, because you haven't picked out.
I have no idea. I'm so lost.
Anyway, so for clarification on what the thing we're talking about.
Which one of the things that we're talking about? What thing it is?
So the thing we're talking about is we've got a lot of plans in place for next year with Paper Dungeon on projects we're working on currently and projects we'll be working on in the year and things like that. And one of the projects that we will be working on next year is I will be running a mini series.
Woo!
Woo! The mini series will be essentially like Camp Cryptids.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be summer camp for the children of cryptid monsters.
Yep.
And so the Paper Dungeon boys will be cryptid kids.
Now, okay, I have a question. What age of kid? Like, are we talking like up until
probably like 10 to 12.
Oh, 10 to 12. That's rough. That's like my least favorite age group.
Well, if you want older, I mean, again, I have not even really started. I've made the overlay, but I haven't done any planning yet.
Play as the like, not like the camp counselor, but you know how like older kids will like head to camp to work as like a kind of a camp counselor, like one of the like older, like 15 to 16-year-old, like who's like, sup, my name's James. I'll be your like guide through the camp this year.
Yeah,
I'm super pumped about I'm so down to be a counselor.
I can't promise anything because I have no idea what you guys are going to be doing.
I'm so down. It's kind of like in
I
the
will keep in mind.
Oh geez. What's the name of the show? The really popular one that like they go to like the flip side. Gosh dang, what is it called?
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things. That's the one. You know, the one.
Yeah,
the thing.
The one.
But like Stranger Things, where they like talk, they're like, oh, it's all these kids, and they talk to the dude at like the ice cream shop or like the malt store and stuff. Like, Steve. I've never actually seen the show. I've never seen the show. So, but yeah, like I want to be Steve, where he's like, yeah, 100%, let's go do this thing.
I love it.
But like he's way older and secretly just doesn't want to be there. But he's like, I have to act this way because everything sucks. But
you're paying me, so
yeah, exactly. Like this is how I make money during the summer, and that's what I'm supposed to do. But what cryptid? What cryptid?
I mean, you said you wanted to be one that like nobody knows.
Yeah, I want to be something like real out there. But I see. So the thing is, right? My knowledge of like common cryptids, but like well-known cryptids is actually very lacking. Like I know the big ones. Like I know that like the Loch Ness Monster and Bigfoot and like the Jersey Devil, Mothman. Like I know those. But other than that, my knowledge of cryptids is actually very lacking. Like
yeah.
I don't know.
I don't have a super big knowledge for it. I just think they're fun.
They are fun.
But I know Grant really wants to be Mothman's kid.
Mothman.
And DJ really wants to be Goatman's kid.
Excellent. The Chupacabra.
There's Chupacabra.
Chupacabra. I feel like the Chupacabra is like the worst thing to have a child. Like the Loch Ness Monster, it's just like, oh yeah, no, my dad's like really famous, but he doesn't really talk a whole lot. Like he's not really seen in the media a whole bunch. But like the Chupacabra is like, yeah, no, my father is like an insane murderer. Like that's like literally like eats goats and people. Like that is what my heritage is from. Like
there's somebody who's like, it's just like a jackalope. Like,
yeah, like even Mothman is like, no. He just like shows up and like is like, oh, something bad's gonna happen, but he doesn't like actively cause it or like murder people. Like people die when he's nearby. Yes. But it's more of like a warning where it's like something bad's gonna happen there. They're like, is that Mothman? And then like a bridge explodes. Like stuff like that. Like Chupacabra would suck. Like, because cryptids aren't normally like big, like they don't really interact with people a whole lot of, like, they aren't like killers. They're just like, ooh, random weird thing in the distance. Nah, the chupacabra straight up goes. Like,
well, and like I'm also going to extend it. Like I don't really think I need to extend it. I'm more extending it for me as far as like NPCs and people you're interacting with just like lore monsters kind of thing. So yeah, like that's cryptids, but also like
that's like the brand name.
Like other monsters that are like.
We've got a chupacabra expert on call though, just so you know. In the chat, we're ready. I love, so it's one of my favorite things, right? Anytime that you get like a good, well, I mean, to be fair, the chupacabra would suck is on brand because it doesn't name translate to like goat sucker or something like that. Because that was not intentional, but I super wish that it was. But like, so if you think of pretty much any common like creature like that, like ooh, some mysterious thing, chupacabra, vampire, anything that is well known, if you go to like where the lore of it originated, it is so wildly different than like what everyone thinks. Because like when I think of chupacabra, I just think of like some weird coyote thing that like is a little werewolfy and then like eats random living things. I don't think it's a vampiric creature that can stun you with a gaze of its red eyes. That isn't where my brain goes. Like, I just don't know that because I don't know. Like, that is not a thing that I grew up with. I just knew of it through like other people talking about it. And like, I think probably Scooby-Doo. I'm pretty sure Scooby-Doo had an episode about the chupacabra. Pretty sure there was a movie about it where there was like a chihuahua. I'm pretty sure I remember this movie.
Wait, a Scooby-Doo movie?
Yeah, there was a Scooby-Doo movie, and they were
with
like
the chupacabra.
They were in Mexico, and the chupacabra, and then there was another dog there, and it was a chihuahua. No, it was a chihuahua. It was a little chihuahua.
Wait, was this like a live action?
No. This was an animated movie where the gang went to Mexico.
I only watched the live action movies.
I never purposefully watched an animated. You've never seen like the one with the like electric ghost? Mm-mm. Oh my god, you're missing out on an entire genre of childhood.
Okay, but have you seen the live
Yes,
action movies?
I have seen. They are perfectly done.
There's
nothing wrong with them, and they are perfect and should be honored and respected as such. I cannot believe that they did not win an award. Isn't it like the James Gunn movies? I feel like James Gunn.
I couldn't tell you.
Wrong. But yeah, I love hearing about lore from people who like grew up with it, like, and are like from the area where it originated, because it's crazy. There's so much stuff that like no one talks about, because it's also kind of hard to explain in a story, like in one succinct story. You just hear like, chupacabra, it sucks goats and chickens dry out of blood. Okay, got that one. It's like, it also has laser eyes that stun you if you see them. Like, that's so cool, but no one talks about that part. They just talk about the weird, like, goat sucking. See, like, look at this. This is crazy. Just all sorts of random stuff.
Yeah. I'm real excited for it. I haven't put any more thought. I've made the overlay.
Ooh.
But I have not put any more thought into anything else.
Sickness. Classic. So, yeah.
Oh, I'm very excited for that. That'll be really fun.
I'm excited. We have a couple of smaller series planned. And I'm excited for every single one. Still got to figure out. We're going to be doing the.
I need to work on mine for the one.
The one?
The one.
The one. Yes, like that one. That, yeah.
I need to prep.
Like DJ's thing, right?
I have not thought about that.
I have.
In a hot minute. I'm know pumped. You have.
I'm pumped.
I gotta start I need to talk with DJ because I need to get some things figured out for it. But yeah, I'm real excited for this next year. I think this next year is gonna be.
I think it's gonna be pretty wicked.
It's gonna be a blast.
I'm excited. We've actually kind of referenced some of the big thing already, completely accidentally, just because it's like, oh yeah, that would be funny. I'm pumped. I love it. I'm excited for pretty much every short thing. I do need to figure out what the crap I'm doing for the Christmas one shot this year because Drew's doing it, and I have no idea what I'm doing. Lydia, are you there, or did you freeze? Oh God, no! We've lost her. It's just me. I'm all alone. Well, guys, I need to ask you a question. Is it me lagging, or is it her? Can anyone hear me? I've lost her. It's just me now. Hold on, I can fix this. Oh God, it's all falling apart. Hold on. How does it feel being alone? Terrible. We're just going to correct. By the way, a little bit of insight as to how this works badly is we just have two Zoom calls. Bam. It's just me now. Lydia has gone. I think I'll need to invite her back. Hey guys, if you are following the bingo sheet for some reason. Oh, her internet has died, she said. Just a second. If you're following the bingo sheet, this certainly counts as technical difficulties. So congratulations, everyone who is here. If you have that bingo sheet, congratulations. You can mark down one of your technical difficulty squares. If you don't know what I'm talking about by bingo sheet, on our Discord, underneath the art section, you can find multiple bingo sheets that we use during the main campaign, side campaigns. I love them. I think they're honestly one of the greatest things that we do. Gotta invite Lydia again. Excuse the. Gonna see a bunch of random things pop up here. All right, Lydia, we are inviting. Lydia has been invited. But yeah, we have bingo sheets that have random squares that are common things that almost always happen. One of the squares that, at least on the bingo sheet that I made, there is a square that if we have enough technical difficulties, will line up to being a full bingo. So we're almost there if you're on that bingo sheet. Now, so this is actually a very interesting thing. This is honestly probably something that I should figure out. Because there is a potential that sometime in the future I have to stream alone. I have to. It would be fine either way. But I should probably figure out how to do that, because I haven't actually put any thought into it of, like, how that works. But, like, there's a potential that sometime in the future, like, we do, like, a drawing stream or something like that, where I stumble through art. And that would just be a thing that I would like to do. I know that, like, I'm not very good. I'm not very good at it, but it is something that I would like to eventually have, just because I think it would be fun. And so I could use this time, I suppose, to try to figure out how that works. Ooh, What is, am I, oh, I'm learning. So I just realized right now, little behind the scenes, I am going through the Streamlabs scenes, which currently, uh, Drew and I, since we both individually, like, I run Table Scraps, he runs the main campaign, and pretty much any side, the only thing that I do is Table Scraps. There's a bunch of scenes that we have in the Nexus that, like, I don't think I've ever seen used, or if we have, they've been used, like, once or twice. I was just scrolling through random, and there was one that just says base screen capture. And I was like, that's kind of weird, what's that one? Then at the top, it just says Minecraft. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if Drew was forced to do this by Grant, or if Grant has been scuttling around in the Streamlabs desktop. And so apparently someone at one point in time had prepared to stream Minecraft, which I'm just saying, I think would be a blast. I would love to play Minecraft with everyone. I mean, I know that Grant has been all about it for a long time. So I'm super in. I play Minecraft not often, but I do. The question is, so I've only ever played like modded Minecraft. Like that's the only thing that I've ever really done. So I have no idea what's going on with the current like Minecraft anything. Apparently there was like big updates recently, something like that. But yeah, I would love to eventually do. I kind of want Table Scraps to be a bit of a like variety hour. Of like more than just like, hey, let's get on and talk about stuff. And I don't know if it would still be I don't know if it would still be like Table Scraps, but I would like eventually to have some kind of thing where we don't just do D&D, because I want D&D to be our focus for sure. Like RPGs, tabletop RPGs, like that's what I really want to do. But I think it is good to add additional content that shows like other things that we enjoy doing. So like on Table Scraps, if I do an art stream, or I would love to show making like homebrew monsters and classes and things like that. Because that's a thing that I really like to do. And I already have a bunch of classes written up that I need to turn into like good looking PDFs and things like that. And artwork that I would like to get better at doing eventually. I would like to be good enough to like make stuff for the paper dungeon eventually. That would be super cool. Or even if it's just for the PDFs of like classes and things like that. I would like to be able to do my own artwork. But then at some other point in time, like, heck, it would be so funny. Could you just imagine a stream? Drew loves League of Legends. And when I say loves League of Legends, I say it sparingly, because no one really loves League of Legends. League of Legends, in reality, what it is everyone hates League of Legends, but it has their grasp on them so they can't escape. I would love a stream where Drew works us through a game of League of Legends. Like, it's like, all right, guys, we've got like 5 people. Like, I'm going to be jungling. We're going to set you up in lanes. And then let's just go. Because we have so many people who are not gamers. Like, who are not PC gamers. Like, I'm not a PC guy, but I've, like, played MOBAs before and stuff like that. But, like, I'm pretty sure Lydia is not. She doesn't, like, game. DJ, I know, has, like, never touched. The closest thing to an online game he has played is Club Penguin. I would almost guarantee on that one. I think it would be hilarious. just like Drew trying to be like, no, guys, like, freeze your lane, freeze your lane. What do you mean by that? It would be glorious. And like I know I've mentioned before, like Grant and Drew also do a lot of sound stuff. I would love if Grant like composed a song or like just kind of worked us through his like songwriting stuff. Heck, he and I could do it like pretty soon because we have to work on a sea shanty. Thanks Grant for throwing that one at me. So I think that would be really fun. Doing like a music stream with Grant and Drew. And then beyond that, like games that we all like to play, like Minecraft, Among Us. I would love to just have like a 1 to like 4 hour time spot where we just play games that have nothing to do with Dungeons and Dragons. Like Minecraft is like probably one of those that is a good fallback where it's like we could reliably play Minecraft pretty consistently. And so I think that would be an absolute blast. And then just have those small ones, just like on the variety hour. I think that would be. I think that's a good thing to increase the content on our stream, and the quality of it, and also bring in more people because we hit more areas of interest, I guess. Wow, Lydia, you're betraying me. Like, I've had to stall for, like, 30 minutes. And yet, here you are saying that your internet died, but you're still able to join in on the chat and things like that? Wow. Hurtful. Just hurtful. So, does that mean that are you going to be coming back for the next 30 minutes, or no? Well, if it's going to be a little bit, you can watch me flail while I attempt to make stuff. It's gonna look real rough here for the next couple of minutes. Fair warning. Let's see, what can I do here? If I... You're welcome to in-time editing with Aaron Klebrad. So if I shrink this down to there, and I open up here, oh, we're getting there. Oh, buddy, we're getting there. So, okay, in-time editing. We're doing it live. We're gonna do an art stream. It's gonna happen. Let me figure out how this works first. So 2 peeps. What if I just shrink this way down? Then we're gonna alt. You guys can't see it. I'm editing stuff on my end as well. Okay, we're gonna do all that kind of stuff. We're gonna whoop. And then we're going to select that. We're just going to move it completely down and out of sight. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Ooh, boy. Aaron Klebrad editing like a champion. Okay, all right. Transitioning time. That's where we are. That's what we're doing it. Oh, sure, Lydia, it's fixed now. God dang it. 10 out of 10. Alright. So, just so y'all know, I'm going to put myself in the lower right-hand corner. This tiny little area. Welcome to the art stream that we have clearly planned for. We are ready for it. In reality, I'm just gonna whoop. What's up, I'm back. Oh, look, Lydia's name's still there. So's my name. That's neat. Lydia, I changed everything for you. You betrayed me like this. Now I've got to fix it all again. Gosh dang it. Ugh. Classic Lydia. And then we're just going to grab... Alright. We're going to throw that there. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Just a classic Lydia ruining my stream every time. It's fine. It's not like this is important to me or anything like that. It's fine. It's whatever. It's great. So we're just gonna go. We're going to. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! Wrong button. Just so you all know, I'm very bad at technology. Yeah, there we go. I've invited Lydia Gordon back to the party. Her true form. Oh, oh, ho! Ha ha! They returned!
Oh, the stress.
I don't know what you mean. I think you did great.
Oh, thanks.
I'm gonna fix my thing a little bit here. Just gonna move a few lines. Bam! It's like it never happened.
Yeah. I don't know what fixed it.
The internet has returned.
But the internet has returned.
Rest in peace, the impromptu art stream.
But we got to see a glimpse of it.
We did. We got to see the terrible amount that I've gotten to so far. And now I feel bad about myself.
Don't freaking feel bad. It's going to be epic.
I'm so bad at art, and I'm a terrible person, clearly.
Stop.
Yep, super bad.
No.
Yep, real bad.
Rejected.
Super bad. It's all terrible. Hi, everybody. This is Aaron Klebrad. This is Lydia.
Hi.
Lydia Korn. The Korn has returned to the stream. Little starch.
We'll never know
back
how
at
to
it again.
pronounce it.
Lydia Korn.
Lydia Korn.
Yep, Lydia Korn.
Rising from the stocks.
If you didn't know, we played Dungeons and Dragons on Monday nights. By the way, this is Table Scraps. I know that none of you have been here before, and we're just starting.
Are we starting over? What's happening?
Yeah, just starting over from scratch.
Got you. Okay.
I'm Aaron. This is Lydia. We play
Hi,
Dungeons and Dragons.
Lydia.
I'm Tarak on the main campaign. She is.
I play
I
Renaya.
don't know, someone. Doesn't really matter.
Demons.
Yeah. So congratulations, y'all got to see a little bit of the behind the scenes of Aaron not knowing how Streamlabs works. So that was fun.
You got to see my computer break.
Yeah, that's a new one. That actually that hasn't happened to us. We actually haven't had a internet break in a long time.
In a while.
It has been a while.
Wow.
It's been a while.
I broke the dang it.
Yeah,
we're
gonna have to that little. We all have it. We off screen.
The counter.
The little counter that's like days cents.
Without internet breaking. Yeah.
Although I will say, thank you for pointing this out. This is the perfect show for it to happen on.
That's true.
Because this is Table Scraps. It's what we do.
The only thing that's not ideal about the situation is I have no idea what happened.
That's fine.
And I don't know what fixed it, but it went a long time. That was wild. It was like sometimes my internet will be like, oh, bloop, bloop. But this was just straight up like, yeah, no, we ain't working.
So my experience, I have had a lot of internet problems in my life.
Yes, we know.
Technology hates me. And I hate technology almost as much as I hate kids. But sometimes your internet provider just says, oh, it's like 4 o'clock-ish, 5 o'clock-ish. We're just going to shut down for like 10 minutes. Done. And then we'll pop back up. I mean, 10 minutes is... sometimes it's only 1 to 2. But it just happens, and there's nothing you can do about it. And, like, it used to happen every single week on the same day at the same time, that it would just shut off for, like, 5 minutes.
Oh, gosh.
And I'm like, what do we pay? Like, we pay you money for this.
I know nothing about technology. I don't know anything about computers. I don't know anything about internet. I don't know what any of that stuff means.
Dog, what is the internet?
What is the internet?
Apparently internet?
Apparently it's like cord in the bottom of the ocean. But
I don't understand how that works.
I don't either.
I don't understand how any technology works. I don't
So
understand.
I don't know what things are. I don't know how things work. I don't know anything. Like my dad manages all that, and so I'm like sitting here and I'm like a minute goes by and it's not popping back up, and I'm like, okay, I need to do something. So I call my mom.
Did she tell you to unplug the router and then plug it back in?
Well, I call my mom and she's like, oh, well, we're not home. So I'm like, shoot, like the people who know how to fix this can't fix this. And so I was like running, so I had her on the phone. So she's sitting there talking to me. My dad is next to her. I'm on speakerphone with my mom. I can hear my dad talking to my mom on what I need to do, but my dad can't hear what I'm saying. And so my mom's having to relay everything I'm saying instead of just putting it on speakerphone. And I'm running around the house and he's like, yeah, you need to unplug the thing. And I'm like, okay, well, what part of the thing? Am I unplugging the whole thing or am I unplugging this thing from the thing? Dude.
It was a journey. Turn it off and on again is normally the answer to most questions.
And then you just switch it off.
Okay. So, thank you, chat, for explaining what exactly the internet is. Now, I'm gonna go even more basic, alright? I'm real dumb. I just want everyone to know that. I'm very clever in terms of actual intelligence. Not actually that great. Alright? We're going to go to a basic fan. Like a plug-in fan that has little blades and it spins and pushes air.
Right.
Why is it that when electricity goes into the cord, into the motor, that it spins?
Dude, no! I wonder the same thing all the freaking time and it breaks my brain!
Like, I'm sure that there's some explanation for it.
No, and my thing I always wonder is, I'm like, how does coding work?
Okay, that's like step. I'm starting at step like 0. You're going straight to step 30.
But like you type things into a computer and the computer knows what to do. The computer doesn't have a brain. How does it know that what those typing things? How do you? Dude, I'm getting stressed. I'm like genuinely terrified of most mechanics.
Okay, all right. So now you're getting into binary. Take a step back. All right, we're talking about think of basic. Like, I can understand how light bulbs work. That's step 0. Light bulbs, I can understand. Like electricity,
okay,
fire.
I can kind of grasp that.
Okay, we're good. We take literally one more step, and it's like now that this electricity that created light and fire can now make things move. That blows my mind. I don't understand how that works. After we get to, like, the whole moving thing, then we get into, like, you can combine electricity with other things to make them move better. Right? Like, engines.
I can't.
A steam engine, I can understand. I can understand steam engines. Steam engines is just steam goes up, pushes a thing, and it moves. I can get that. I can feel steam. Electricity, why does that make things move? We're really showing how dumb we are right now on this show, Lydia.
I'm not lying. This stuff genuinely freaks me out because I can't get it. I don't get it. I don't get how it works.
It's like all right, so let's jump to that step 30 about like the internet. So the internet, thank you, Obama_OST. The internet is a global network consisting of several different types of interconnected physical networks at home and at work. There are local area networks, aka LANs, often based on Ethernet technology and on wireless networks that connect computers, tablets, and printers. All right. How is it that you send electricity through a cord? I can understand how it does that. And then somehow, on the other side of the world, it makes a picture. I feel really dumb all the time because of this. Like, this is a constant, in my brain, it's
Aaron,
constantly a thing that's going on.
Okay, Aaron, like, to me, you're, like, one of the most, like, intelligent people, so the fact that this, like, hurts your brain, it hurts mine.
I'm not that smart.
Makes me, that's a lie.
I'm not that smart.
That's a lie.
I'm real clever. Clever is different from smart.
No.
It is. It 100% is.
But Because literally I've gotten to the point where I'm like, I genuinely can't let myself think about this too much, or I will go into an existential crisis.
And so okay, so I can kind of understand. First of all, magnets are crazy. Like, I don't understand the why to magnets. I'm sure that I probably could, because I'm pretty sure that most of it just operates on a positive negative basis, right? Where it's like, we know that if a thing is positive and another thing is positive, they don't like each other, so they like push each other away. I don't understand the why as to why that occurs, but I know that it's a thing. All right.
You ever think about how it's like technically we're never touching anything because all of our molecules repel each other?
No, because as much as true as that is, it's on such a minuscule scale that it will literally never come into play.
I know, it's just like, but why? Man, can we go back to talking about D&D now?
No, we're talking about the internet.
No, I don't like it.
And really just putting on display how dumb we are.
I don't like it.
It's just it's so weird. Like, and then my question is, how do people figure this stuff out?
Aaron,
they're like, oh yeah,
I don't want to think about this stuff anymore.
So, electricity, it can make a thing move, bam, picture.
Aaron, stop. I'm sad.
We are really dumb. I apologize, viewers, that the illusion of us being like really smart, like, wow, these are impressive people.
I never even had that up.
Nah, but you at least hung out with the people who, like, you look at and you're like, oh yeah, he's real smart. Like DJ is like a smart dude. DJ is like a smart guy.
Smart dude. Drew is a smart dude.
I'm not that smart. Like, I can read real good. Real good at reading. Actual intelligence, a bit lacking on that one.
Like, for me, colors, I got it.
100%.
Colors, we're good.
Everyone at the paper dungeon. Everyone at the paper dungeon has their areas that they really excel at. Except I wouldn't say that I have an area. I'm really good at being really average in pretty much every area. I wouldn't say that I have a specialty, but, like, you know, I dabble in most areas.
You're the wit.
Oh, the wit. Gotcha.
The wit.
My brain went
the way
in
you
so
like
many
just
different
stared
directions.
like
I was like from like Adventures in Odyssey, the Christian radio play, where like Wit's End, the dude's name is Wit. But besides that point, deep cut there. Like Drew. I mean, Drew is a weird guy. Drew is a weird guy. Love him. Love Drew.
I really hope this is like the 1 minute
I
that
hope
he
that
tunes
this,
in
I hope
to
this
this
is where
stream.
he shows up. This would be so great.
He always tends to do that. He shows up right as we're about to talk about him.
So Drew does so much sounds. He's probably he's the tech guy. He's probably the one that could explain it to us dumb people.
Yes.
How electricity
could explain
works.
it, but it wouldn't. Nothing would.
Yeah, it wouldn't stick because
But that's not his fault.
So he's a robot.
It's our fault.
So it's like breathing is how electronics work for him. Like, that's just his body just knows it.
Yeah, he's a tech guy.
And then DJ is real good with the like business and the math and the he just does things. It's like, wow. Grant is our like idiot savant.
Grant is really he's got a lot of street smarts to him.
Oh, the kid's done stuff.
Dude,
he is the dumbest, smartest person I've ever met. Like, he's so smart.
I always feel like we need to clarify, like, this is we're just memeing on Grant. Like,
no, I'm not. Grant is my best friend. I love Grant.
We love Grant to pieces.
Grant is an incredible guy.
This is all memeing. It's an
God,
ongoing
he
meme
is the dumbest person
making fun of Grant.
But he's so smart. He's like legit. Not even just street smarts. Like, intelligence-wise, Grant is so smart.
Yeah.
the way that DJ explained it to me, it was Grant is incredibly intelligent, like super smart, but he loves memes too much.
That is so accurate.
Like that is Grant in a nutshell.
Yeah.
And then like you are art expert. Like I don't understand how you art. It doesn't compute in my brain. Like you making any form of art is like me trying to understand when someone says it's electromagnetic impulses with receptors and the originator to send data. My brain is like, okay, I don't know what any of those things that you just said means. I don't like, why would that work? I don't understand. Yeah, that's whenever you art, I'm so confused. It's like, oh yeah, you just drop it, done. I used to live next to like an incredibly good artist, like literally he was a professional artist, like commissioned to like draw like portraits and scenery and stuff like that, all like charcoal pencil. And it was the weirdest thing because he would be drawing and you would look at it and you're like, oh yeah, that looks like, okay, I can tell what he's going to. And then he would like erase a tiny little thing or like smudge a line. You're like, oh my god, it's photorealistic now. And you're like, and I'm like, I don't understand how that works. Like, how can you do such a tiny little thing and then suddenly it's like 1,000 times better? Like, even I don't even know what I'm doing. But like I'll like do a thing and I'm like, I don't know, something seems wrong here, and I'll just start randomly like taking away something, like putting it back, taking it away, and then I'll like erase like a tiny little bit, and then it's like, oh, that looks like 30 times better. I don't know, why is that?
I don't know, but like, especially with faces, the tiniest thing completely changes the face.
Your little wiggly woos? I don't know.
My wiggly woos?
It's crazy. Yeah, so, Lif, what you just said is literally what I exist on, and why people think that I'm smart is if you just talk enough and you never actually get to the point, someone's bound to think, oh my god, this guy, he knows what he's talking about. It's a lie.
Oh, okay, this is hilarious, and this just goes to show my attention span and my brain capacity. There are several times, DJ does it to me all the time, I don't know if he does it intentionally or not, where I will be interacting with like an NPC in game, and I'll ask a question, especially with Zone of Truth. Anytime I do Zone of Truth, I'll ask a question, and he won't directly answer the question, but he'll lead into something that'll make me ask another question and move me on to something else, and then I never go back and ask the question I originally asked.
Yeah. I don't know if it's like on purpose, but it is very effective.
I do. I don't notice it. I literally do not notice it until I go back and rewatch the episode. I'm like, he never answered that. And I always feel so silly because I don't catch it.
Yeah, nah, it's all good. So like it's. This is my assumption. I think that most people don't actually know what they're doing.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure that most people have no idea what's going on. And they like everyone has just gotten good enough at pretending like they know what's happening that everyone just assumes that everyone else knows, so they can't let up on it.
Absolutely.
100%. So here on Table Scraps, we will avoid that. I will straight up tell you if I have no idea what I'm doing. Because, like, once again, we're going to respond again to AR reading. I will say that I would like to change my answer as the thing that I am good at. I am incredibly good at retaining important information. Like, as long as it is incredibly specific. Like, that is... I like, aced AR reading quizzes, and I would read through books so fast because I didn't actually read. Like, I would just pick out the amount of information out of each sentence that I needed to know what the sentence meant. And so then when I took the quiz, I knew the answers to it. Also, I feel like the chat is slowly turning into like a Bill Nye episode. or like a wiki. Like there's but what really is electricity? Like, I love it. We on the Paper Dungeon, especially on Table Scraps, we are an educational stream.
No,
We are here to increase your knowledge of things that we don't know, because someone eventually will, and that's what we were here to find out. Educational stream, the Paper Dungeon. I mean, hey, we're clean enough for you to send your kids here to learn if they don't want to go to school. We don't actually encourage this. We don't endorse this. But, I mean, if you did, I wouldn't stop you.
Anyway.
I mean, you get to learn so many things here. You get to learn about the chupacabra. You get to learn about electricity, and we still don't know what that means. You get to learn how art works, except I don't know how it works.
We don't know how it works.
You get to learn how to flail through Streamlabs.
We know how to do that, though.
Oh, we're real good at... Look, we can
really
flail anywhere. We can flail so much better.
Flailing is one of my main skills.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're practically a Magikarp.
Yeah.
That's right. I've played at least one Pokemon game. I would like to apologize. Hello.
Hi.
Hello. You have entered at potentially the worst time.
The time where I'm breaking.
This isn't scripted. Like, we don't have a script, but normally we start off with some general...
I don't think anybody ever thought this was scripted.
We have some general idea of, like, where are we going to start? What are we going to go to? If there was a script, we are so far off script, I'm not sure if it's the same show.
We're in not the same...
To explain what exactly we normally do... This is Table Scraps. We talk about our main campaign that we have on Mondays. We play Dungeons and Dragons. We have a main campaign on Mondays starting at 7 p.m. CST. If you want to know exactly what it's about, I suggest going to our TikTok or our YouTube. And our YouTube shorts and stuff like that. Lydia, hit him up with that link.
Yeah,
you know it's good.
I'm coming. I did it.
And even perhaps more than that, it's probably best to join our Discord as well, because that's the only time. It's the only way that you would know what time this show streams, because in general it's just what time afternoon, in CST. Oh man, but yeah, this is Table Scraps. It's called Table Scraps because of a lot of reasons. One, we talk about tabletop RPGs, and two, it is the scrappiest thing you will ever see. So actually, this is interesting. This is actually, I don't know if I've ever actually talked about this before. So one of the reasons that, oh, by the way, Lydia has a store. She sells super cool merch on it. If you like Dungeons and Dragons, you should check it out. So when I was pitching Table Scraps, it was basically like, hey, I'm going to do this show. No one can stop me. Other people should show up. One of the main things I wanted it to be was kind of a very unregulated thing, because one of the things that was kind of frustrating is like we stream like this game, and it can almost be like stressful. Like, it's always fun, but like putting on a show for people, like, even though it's just playing Dungeons and Dragons, which is something that we love to do, it's really tough to like do this continuously. So I really wanted a stream where, like, if we played D&D, it's like uber casual. Like, no, it isn't like crazy like intense like sword and sorcery. Like, it's like someplace that you can go and like eat nachos and stuff like that. And then when we aren't playing Dungeons and Dragons, I just want it to be like kind of get to know like whoever is on stream on that day. And so welcome to getting to know us. you've learned, Lydia and I don't know how electronics work.
We
And
don't
we never will.
understand
And I'm
it.
kind of okay with it.
I am too,
Never knowing
because
how they work.
I feel like it's kind of the thing where it's like, it's like, if you were to unlock this information, you'd be too powerful for the world.
100%.
I think that's
Lydia
what
is already too powerful for this world.
Facts.
But yeah, I mean, I apologize. You've missed a lot of the D&D talk that we. So now we're just hitting the behind the scenes. Lydia's internet went out.
My internet went out.
Got to see what I've been working on art wise.
For like 1 minute.
Yeah, for like one strong minute. But yeah, I am so sorry for what you have entered into today.
Okay, let's try to get back to the main campaign.
Talk about Dungeons and Dragons.
What can we talk about the main
I am so excited to go to the Crimson Wastes.
I am too.
I'm so excited.
I'm really excited. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I will be forcing everyone to walk through the desert. We have a flying boat, and we're not going to use it.
Are we still going to, like, bring the boat with us? Like, just put it in a little...
Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably the best play.
Carry it around?
Yep.
Yeah. Then we can use it to bring them back.
Yeah. I mean, we're not going to walk all the way back, but no, I will force everyone to experience how horrid this desert is.
Abandon our crew here and be like, figure your way back home. We gotta go.
And they can stay on the boat. To be fair, we're paying them. No, we're paying them by the month, and time only passes by the hour in the boat. So like an hour passes, and it's like a full 2 months. So they can, like, we can save so much money by keeping them in the boat.
So we literally just hold these people hostage.
Yeah. It's all good.
Gosh.
No, for them, it isn't. It's like, congratulations, 3 years have passed. For them, it's been like 3 days.
Wow.
And also, so I actually can say, I have more information about how the pyramid works. Because I was like, DJ, what the crap?
You got it from DJ, yes.
Yep, I got it from DJ. The time...
To clarify, we have a cool little pyramid that brings us into a pocket dimension, and we went into it, and we spent like a day in there, and then we came out and 2 months had passed. So we were debating on if it was a pocket dimension or a demiplane, and then Aaron figured it out.
Yes. So, you can, like, it's like a big pocket dimension, so we can fit a whole warship in there and have, like, tons of room to spare. Mm-hmm. It was an entire dungeon. So, time in that place is now set. So, like, now that we've rolled it and it is, like, what we were in there for, like, what, a day?
Yeah.
1 day is equal to 2 months, and it always will be. So, now that I know that, since it's regulated, we can plot this out a bit better. So, like, if 1 day is equal to 2 months, 24 times 60... 4, 2, 12, 14, 1440. There's like 1,440 hours in 2 months. Something like that. I'm not sure if that math is correct. That was very, very, very stubborn math out of nowhere. So 24 over 1,440.
I'm lost already.
We can now figure out how long is 1 hour. Like inside of the pyramid compared to outside of the pyramid. So we can now do regulated time skips. Like exactly. Like it's like, 30 seconds has passed. That means it's probably been like 2 hours. Whoop! Done. Theoretically, we could even use that in the desert where it's like, oh no, it's hitting night. Let's go in there. Leave once night is over.
Gosh.
But yeah, so that's a fun little thing that we can do. Woohoo.
Well, what do you have planned for when we get into the Scarlet Waste?
I have nothing planned for when we get into the Scarlet Waste. I'm going to let DJ ruin us.
Well, what does Tarak have planned?
We are going to walk to... So the thing is, the goal is we need to hit... There are 3 large tribes of orcs. I don't know the names of them. We want to hit one that is pretty medium for the orcish tribes, because you have like very like uber like intense groups of orcs that are like my character Tarak is his name, for those of you who haven't seen it yet. Tarak is from a very strict orcish tribe. That we don't want that, because they are a very like kill on sight like elves type of tribe. Our party is entirely made up of elves.
Yeah, that's not good.
Entirely made up of elves. We don't want to hit one. I mean, okay, in reality, so there's 3 types of orcs. The Crimson Waste really only have 2. The third type is found in the plains to the west, and those are the more like, we're pretty chill. We might raid a village every once in a while, but like, war really isn't like, we're still all about war. We still follow the religion. They're basically like the person who still goes to church, but like also spends time at strip clubs. Like that is the orcs to the west. We don't have those in the east. We want to hit the medium that is like, yes, we follow our like religion and beliefs and stuff, but we're going to give you enough time to explain why we shouldn't kill the elves. That is the type that we want.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
We're literally like, Tarak, don't let them kill us.
Yeah. I've got plans. I've got some plans. I can't tell you about them, but I've got a few plans.
Okay.
And then we're gonna need to head basically across the entire desert, because the orc tribes that have all 5 types of orcs. By the way, we have homebrewed orcs so that they now have 5 subraces, following their 5 patron deities. The only ones that have the children of Shargaz, which is the like stealth god. They are confined to the edges of the ocean, because Shargaz is kind of hated by the orcs. They're like, you're a deity, but we don't like you because you're a coward and you ran from battle. So that's like not chill. But they know that he's still like an important part of the orcs, and they know that sometimes he's needed to be used. So they have confined the children of Shargaz into these like cliff caves next to the ocean, because they hate the ocean. So simple solution: trap them in caves that fill with seawater, and so they raise the bats. They raise the war bats, so that way they sleep on the ceilings in basically complete darkness. And then they're only called when they need them. But obviously, if you don't have those sea cliffs, you don't have children of Shargaz. So like any of the farther towards the mountains groups, they might have like 1 or 2. But they were probably sent there from a larger group, or like not ran away, but left their tribe and found a different one. So we need to hit the big tribes, and they're going to be the farthest back away from the mountains. So that's going to be a time. We have to spend the most amount of time in the desert as possible. Yeah. Also, the desert sucks.
Okay, I'm gonna need to plan some things to do in that time.
Gotta plan a whole bunch of stuff.
I gotta plan so much.
I need to work on other art things that I need to do. Woohoo! Other than just the track fighting the Dracolich. Oh, just so you know, for those of you who haven't seen the show, my character 1v1 to Dracolich at level 7 and won.
It was epic.
It was great. That was a fun time.
That was so impressive.
It was a lot of luck was involved.
Dude, it was done so well.
But other than that art piece, I'm also creating kind of a like orcish guide to the Crimson Wastes. And I want to like draw the like plants and the flora and fauna, and like a little brief description both in like in-game lore terms and in like how it would work rule-wise. And so I need to get to work on that as well. So that way DJ isn't just thrown into the desert and is like, I don't know what's here. I don't know what's going on. Does Aaron have things? I don't know. But yeah, that's the goal. Will I successfully do it perfectly as I want it? Doubtful. Almost for sure no. but I'm gonna try.
Oh,
man,
gosh.
our
I'm so excited.
Dungeons and Dragons game is weird.
It's weird.
I love it.
It's weird.
So, straight up, I'm gonna give a briefing on the weirdest parts of this. First off, we are like level 8 now, technically. You are basically dating Grotst, the Demon Prince of Pleasure. So I just wanna that's probably number 1 on the list of like what the crap is happening here.
Yeah.
That's a thing. 2, Tarak is just a disease freak. Like, the amount of disease, we haven't encountered it yet, but I think we will. We've encountered a little bit of it. The amount of diseases aren't super used in Dungeons and Dragons because you can just kind of like magic them away. But like, diseases are rough. we got that going on. We also have a homebrewed Paladin of Destiny. Who is a paladin of 3 separate gods.
Yeah.
Who apparently control not only death but also all of fate, which is subjective. And then in this party of absolute freaks that have prophecies about them, like who hold weapons that are like some of the greatest weapons known to man, and we're level 8. We're not even level 10. We're not even halfway done. Is Edward, who is just a dude who's there. He's a guy. He's just a normal dude who plays music sometimes and can cast a bit of magic. Standing next to the apocalypse, the person who's trying to stop the apocalypse, and the person who thinks that they're both wrong and a different apocalypse will happen. That's what we're dealing with in this campaign. And then he's like, yes, I'm rich, and I don't like gross things, and I like tea, and that's Edward, and I like to complain about things.
Hey, that hasn't been Edward in a hot minute, though.
Yeah, but I think he still likes to.
It's still in there. It's still in there, but it's deep, deep down.
Well, do you have any other topics for us to cover, Lydia?
I don't think so.
Any other crazy things? People in the chat, is there anything that you would like us to cover at the moment? Because we've been going for 2 hours and 11 minutes.
We'll sit and we'll wait in silence for a minute.
Silent.
Stop whispering.
I just figured that people wanted to know.
Aaron, I don't think you're gonna send us anything.
But they might.
I don't think so. I think we're.
Okay.
Oh, wait. No.
Okay. Well, if you guys don't have anything for us to talk about after that moment of silence, I'm sure that we could continue to stall for time. The general rule is that we stream for 2 hours, and then if we're on a topic and we're still going, we just stream until we eventually run out of things to talk about. I think we ran out of things to talk about an hour ago. So thank you everyone for stopping by. We got a whole bunch of new viewers in comparison to the amount of new viewers that we normally get. This is a huge amount. Thank you for all of the follows, for the donated subs, and what?
Keep going. Sorry, just don't end it yet.
Yeah, I thought they were complaining about something to me. Thank you for all the follows, the subs, the viewers, and everything like that. It means a lot to us. Good ways to support us. Check us out: TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. We don't really use Twitter a whole lot, but we are there.
Tell us a little bit about the basic world.
Basic world. It's Nico Muris is the...
Nico Muris is the world.
Is the world?
Yes.
What's the country?
No. Hold on. Wait.
So just so you know, we
Welcome
don't
to,
know.
yes, Nikomuris is the world.
Yeah. Welcome to Nikomuris. Talyra, that's the name of it.
is the continent.
The continent. And then I mean, there's a whole bunch of countries.
And then there's a bunch of countries.
So the world, it's a general sword and sorcery, with a little bit of wilder things in there. Specifically the like deities and things like that. A little bit wilder there. It's a completely new pantheon in terms of gods, but the classic demons and devils like Asmodeus, Grotz, those are still the same. Because DJ's like, I mean, their attitudes and personalities are different. Also, how exactly evil and good works is different than it is in traditional Dungeons and Dragons. There's homebrew stuff, not homebrew stuff. There's also the Moonshade Isles. That's another big part of the world. It's kind of on the opposite side of where our group currently is. And they have a bunch of, like, it's a lot more horror-y. Like, there's more werewolves and vampires and spooky stuff over on Talyra that is also, or not on Talyra, on the Moonshade Isles, which is obviously the collection of islands. Where we are, Talyra, big continent, real big continent filled with countries that have a whole bunch of things. There's also like 70,000 types of elves. Like, there's so many different elves.
So many elves.
They were like, hey, so you know how there's like already 3 to 4 like sub-races of elves? What if we just made an extra like 10? And then they did. And so there's a whole bunch of different types of elves. Orcs and stuff live in the desert. There are free countries that are basically like, we don't really have a general type of people that live here. Pretty much anyone can show up. Very melting pot civilizations. One of those got absolutely taken over and thrown out. That's what we're currently dealing with now. The rebels that we were talking about were kicked out of Oclaron. Oclaron, which the key city is Athala, which is where we started off the campaign in.
Athala, more like Afala.
Oh, got him.
Wow.
But yeah, so the basically where we are in the story now, Athala has fallen along with the rest of the country that it is the capital city for. We are attempting. Oh, let me tell you, pretty much every race that is available in D&D is available to be played here, with a few exceptions from some of the like Magic the Gathering worlds and stuff. So like Simic hybrids are not. I'm pretty sure they still are a playable race, but like they are a race in the world, but they are not a playable race.
Yeah. Something
like that. Yeah, every race and class is available to be played and experienced in this world. The limits are pretty low when we come to stuff. Oh geez. Lot of oceans. Stuff like that. Do any of the oceans have names?
Dude,
they do.
I don't know.
I'm sure that they do.
My character literally doesn't.
Lydia's character was raised by a cult.
Yeah, traveling cult.
Yep.
Like traveling circus, but a cult.
Mm-hmm. I'm an orc that doesn't like to hurt things, which is not very orcish in this world. Orcs were once drow. That's an important part. Also, the gods of the orcs are not quite the same. They are the same names, but in terms of how they work, like the orcs were not created by Grumpsh to be like evil minions. So like pretty much the orcs' whole vibe is freedom, but they've also been so engrossed in war for so long that like war is a big part of them. So yeah, the other players that we have is Drew. Drew is one of those fancy new elves called a moon elf. He's blue / purple. And then Edward, who is a half elf, half wood elf in specific, and he is a bard, who isn't very good at his job, but he's getting better.
He's gotten a lot better.
He's gotten a lot better than where he was at the start of the campaign. Yeah, that's us. Yeah, that's what we do. That's kind of a basis of the world. Sword and sorcery. That's where we're at. But anyway, back to the plug. Also join our Discord. I answer questions about pretty much everything. If you have any questions about D&D, thoughts or opinions, we also have people that look for groups for Dungeons & Dragons, and also other things. Like, I know someone was talking about, like, hey, I'm looking for people to play on, like, online tabletop, the tabletop simulator, that's the name of it. And we also post cool art there. Both the viewers and the players have posted art a whole bunch.
I draw too much.
Yeah, Lydia does too much art. Too much. Too much art.
Too much art.
Speaking of Lydia, Lydia has a store. And she doesn't just sell things about the campaign. In fact, none of them are. They're just about Dungeons & Dragons. And there's cool class shirts and stuff. Yeah. And, like, other things like that. And we like Lydia, and we like her stuff. And so other people should buy it because it's great. Thank you, everyone, for coming to Table Scraps, especially those of you who have never been here before.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. It has been a long time since the last Thanksgiving, almost a full year.
Really?
Almost a full year since the last Thanksgiving.
Well, I'm thankful for you, Aaron.
I am thankful for everyone who is in the chat and who has been in the chat and whoever will be in the chat. And for Lydia's artwork. Thank you for all coming out today. It has been an absolute blast, even though it was a bit rambly. It was a good time.
What are you talking about?
The only thing that I have left to say is the same thing that we say at the end of every video. Good luck and Godspeed, everyone. We will see you next time, Dungeoneers. It has been a blast.